When Bob Dylan moves to Greenwich Village in 1961, he is, as a recent movie title suggests, completely unknown. And although he quickly joins the burgeoning folk music scene around here, he gets to live a pretty normal life for a couple years, walking around, socializing, performing, and not being burdened by strangers and their expectations of him. But by 1966, he is burnt out from constant touring, he's tired of being seen as the spokesman for a generation, and he's raising a family with his wife Sarah. They escape up to Woodstock, New York, where they hope to live a little more quietly. Yet by 1969, the Dylans surprisingly moved back to the Village, to this house here on McDougal Street in the heart of the neighborhood. So what happened? Well, life in Woodstock, which had once been an escape, had become unbearable. Soon a mix of curious fans, oddballs, and frankly some pretty scary people figured out where Dylan lived. They began regularly walking up onto the property, coming up to the house, even up on the roof, frightening him and his family. Dylan began to keep some old guns in the house just in case, although the idea of using them sickened him. The small local police force was of little help. So wanting to escape the circus in Woodstock and maybe get back to his roots, Dylan moves back to the Village, but it's not the same place that it was in 1961. It's not a quiet neighborhood of artists anymore. It's now the center of nightlife and youth culture and a circus of its own. Fans hang outside of the townhouse, some just to gawk, but others to organize protests, demanding he resurrect his political voice. One especially obsessed fan goes through the family's garbage cans to uncover clues about Dylan's life, including whether he's addicted to drugs and why he's sold out and abandoned his activism. The findings of these garbage raids are published in the East Village Other newspaper in 1970. Sometime later, an enraged Dylan runs into the author on Elizabeth Street, pummels him a few times, and then gets on his bike and rides away. In 1973, Dylan and his family escape out west and settle in Malibu, where they finally seem to get the privacy they need. Although he would spend time living in New York City again in the future, it would be in Midtown, his Village days now well behind him. As he would later sing, "You can always come back, but you can't come back all the way."